Aromas of pine, juniper, and coriander. Glenmorangie, A Tale of the Forest. Let's check it out. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Malt Music Whiskey Reviews. I'm Eric. Happy 2023. And our first review this year is going to be Glenmorangie's A Tale of the Forest. Nose taste finish review. This whiskey's coming your way. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, final score, leave you with a malt music. But first, if you haven't, take a second, smash that subscribe button. That is going to make sure you don't miss any of these reviews, which I post up here on YouTube, and also get those notifications for live streams. Would love to see you there. All right. Glenmorangie, a Highland whiskey distillery known for the tallest stills in Scotland. This whiskey, a limited release that came out late 2022. Let's get into the tale of the tape. Here is that bottle presentation. Okay, so first and foremost, this is a non-age statement whiskey, meaning they do not share how old the youngest whiskey in this is. It is bottled at 46% ABV, which is solid. And when you look at the bottle, despite the nice design, it does not say anything about non-chill filtration or natural color. However, if you look here on the side of the box, it says non-chill filter. So this whiskey has not been chill filtered. That is great, preserving as much of the oils and esters that bring forth that flavor as possible. However, it does not say anything about natural color. And since it doesn't say it on the box, we are going to assume they have added color to it. So that is the tale of the tape here on the Glenmorangie Tale of the Forest. Let's get some of this in the glass. Test it on out here. All right. On the nose. Okay, so this is like nothing I've ever actually really smelled before in a Scotch whiskey, or really any whiskey for that matter. It's very interesting. Soft wood notes, and definitely living up to its forest moniker with these kind of herbal, grassy, in short, yeasty and floral woodland notes, which is what they say. I get it. So the tasting notes on the box mentioned pine, juniper, and coriander. The pine I am picking up. Got a little sweet sharpness. Juniper, which of course is the berry most associated commonly with gin, maybe a hint of it. The other thing I'm noticing here is it smells kind of young. I'm getting this vegetal note, which does usually note that it's a younger whiskey. Pick that up on a lot of younger whiskey. Slight minerality. But there is some sweetness. There is, it's very interesting. I almost want to say the bourbon cask notes, which is what I'm assuming this is aged. It does not say anything about it here on the box or label. Giving a little bit of a creaminess, a little bit of a sweetness. There's also that hint of orange, which is something you pick up quite a lot in Glenmorangie. So really, this is kind of a floral, spicy, sweet whiskey. Let's give it a taste. So much. Quite rich. A bit oily, full flavor. Starts off sweet. As it builds, you start getting a much more oaky tannic note. Spice from the herbal flavors in here. Somewhat drying. That pine needle, pine note showing up here, pretty sharp. There's a bit of a creaminess. Start getting a little bit of that juniper flavor as well. Into a medium finish. Slightly bitter, slightly sweet. This is an interesting whiskey. Let's put a few drops on it. I got handy with me the Glenmorangie pitcher. We're going to put 3 drops of this water on this whiskey. Again, it is 46%. So, okay, let's see what happens with this water. Oh, interesting. So the water is really breaking up, separating the alcohol molecules from everything else, unleashing some of the other hidden notes of flavor in here, because alcohol, after all, the alcohol molecules are what carry the flavor. Pine, yes. Yeasty bread note, definitely. Orange, and now a bit of a lemon lime citrus. So this does have some bite and some sharpness, some bitterness to it. But all in all, coming together relatively cohesively. It's a bit of a journey. It's not exactly all married together. It's more sweet and then the spice. So far, I like the nose a tad more without the water, but let's give it a taste. Wow. One more. Wow. Grassy note. The herbal, floral, and sharp kind of bitter herb spice notes are showing up much more here with water. Hints of lime for sure. Concentrated lime. Sweet, somewhat tannic and oaky, giving some vanilla, a little bit of that orange, a bit of honey, and a bit of, well, a light coffee roast note. Finish is about medium to medium long now with water. It's extending that a little bit. Very interesting stuff. Okay. Boy, there's even a minty quality to this on the end, kind of a clean, almost spearmint peppermint mixture. Very interesting. Okay, so this is a limited release. This is the 3rd year that they have released something under the name the Tale series. They did the Tale of Cake. They also did the Tale of Winter. Both of those you can go back and look at my reviews on. Tale of the Four is pretty available here in the United States right now. In January 2023. This is around a $90 average price bottle. You might see it for a tick higher or a tick lower. So that's the price you're looking at for something like this. And with that, let's get into the final thoughts. So first and foremost, Glenmorangie, one of the things they're really known for is kind of pushing the envelope when it comes to finishes and different types of cask maturations. This one seems to be just a bourbon cask. However, it is when they kiln that barley, meaning when they basically are drying out the malting barley by heating it, they have added these assorted woodland botanicals to it. It definitely has made an impact on the flavor. This is a very interesting whiskey, and I think in terms of just something that's different and pretty well made, they succeeded. The question, however, is this a whiskey you need to run out and buy? At $90, this is definitely something that's going to polarize whiskey drinkers in terms of the flavor profile here. This is not your everyday whiskey. Some people may really like it. Some will definitely not like it. For me, I am enjoying it. However, it's not something I think I'm going to go run out and buy again. Personally, of the 3 Tales whiskeys, I think the Tale of Winter was the one that I liked the most, and maybe the only one I would consider buying again. So you really need to like this whiskey before I would recommend going out and buying it. So my score on this is going to be a 3 out of 5, which is a very average score. I would recommend that you try this. If you do see it at a good price and the notes I've subscribed sound like something you want to spend your money on, go ahead out, just grab it. Otherwise, swing by your local Whiskey bar, talk to a friend who maybe has picked this up already, get your hands on a sample, and really make sure you taste this before you go out and spend the money. There are a lot of good whiskeys in the price range for this. And, the last thing we ever want is to buy something we're disappointed in. So I'm just going to sit with a very solid 3 of 5 here. I could final note, I could see this maybe working in a cocktail that you might use gin for if you want to do something a little different. It has just such a unique flavor. But all in all, try before you buy, 3 of 5, and that is Glenmorangie's A Tale of the Forest. So let me know in the comments below with that. Have you had this? What did you think? Have you had any other in the Tale series? Would love to hear. With that, I'm going to finish this dram, kick you over to a malt music. We'll see you next time here at Malt Music Whiskey Reviews. So much.